Welcome to Andy's Donuts, a podcast about everything, anything, and nothing in between. Hello, people. Welcome to another episode of Andy's Donut. Today, I'm gonna talk to you about what I have learned from my previous episode. When recording for a podcast, it is important to leave enough silent time in between words or phrases. That's because when you get to the editing stage, it is way easier to edit your recording if you have enough spaces so you can remove and adjust the recording and get the best recording possible. Prolonging the words like I did a few times in this one, something like that, prolonging every word, and that's happening because I'm driving, so I am focused on actually driving on the road, so that's why I try to keep the momentum by prolonging the pronunciation of some words, especially words that are making the connection with the next idea I'm trying to record on the podcast. Also, I need to keep in mind to keep a constant pitch of my voice. So when I do the editing bit, when I'm cutting stuff that are not making sense, or I'm cutting words that I'm prolonging in pronunciation, or I'm coughing, or I'm sneezing, or I'm just trying to get my thoughts together, it will be easier for me to have a clean cut and a good pitch of my voice, frequency of the voice, because if sometimes I use a lower pitch of my voice and then I talk a little bit clearer or louder, then when I stitch them together, you can feel the difference between the tonality of my voice. Right, so that's one idea. And then keep a clear delimitation between words, have enough silent space on the recording. Try to avoid repetition of words, trying to get my thoughts together and to make sense. But if I leave enough space in between my words, then I can easily cut them in the editing stage. But again, if my speech is interrupted by too many spaces, like I'm talking right now, I will sound like a robot instead of a normal person. So definitely I need to keep my speech fluently, but in the same time as clear as possible so I can do a clean cut in the editing phase. This noise is not helping. Doing the recording in my car while I'm driving, it's not helping. As much as I try to remove this background noise in the editing stage, it's quite tricky because it will remove some of the noise my voice is producing when I'm talking, and again, it will make me sound like a robot. But that's the situation I'm in at the minute. I don't have proper means to record these podcasts in a quiet place at home. I don't have a spare room where I could record this podcast. So I'll try to do the best I can with what I've got. What else have I learned? I learned to keep it short. Last podcast I recorded about 27 minutes, and after editing it went down to 18 minutes, but that's still a long podcast. My aim is to keep them short and sweet, basically have 5-10 minutes on episode so people are tuning in and they can actually listen to it in one go rather than having a long boring episode. Probably in the future, when I will have people in a dialogue, probably they'll be a little bit longer because I'm trying to find out more interesting things about other people and maybe learn something from them. And that might be a little bit more interesting than just talking to myself and bore you to death. Anyway, so those are the lessons. Try to talk clearer, leave some space in between phrases or even words. Try to avoid repeating the same words over and over. Trying to remove the and other sounds I probably make when I'm trying to get my thoughts together. Keep it short on the subject and give people something to learn from my own experience or things I've learned listening or reading books or listening to others, and make it interesting. I think that's about it. See you next time. Thank you for listening. Bye.